I will be attempting my first official voiceover, so bear with me if I make any mistakes or if I sound awkward while trying to explain anything. Like here as I stare angrily at the camera while trying to fix it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So before I start, all the products will be listed down in the description below. So I'm starting off with a primer. I feel like primer is necessary, at least in my case, for people with oilier skin when it comes to cosplay makeup. The primer helps your makeup stay on all day, and when you're walking around a convention with heavy cosplay makeup on all day, it really does make a difference. Primer also fills in your pores, so people like me that have bigger and deeper pores, it almost makes it seem like they're not there or hides them to the best of the ability. So just make sure you rub it in, because if you don't rub it in properly, you're going to have sticky, oily residue left over. So next I'm using foundation. Now everyone's familiar with foundation. It helps you give that even skin tone that you want for your cosplay. I use foundation before concealer. So here I'm using a foundation that is only one shade lighter than my skin tone. I advise you only go one shade lighter, because if you go any lighter, you're going to look a little funky. So you can really blend your foundation or rub it in however you choose, using a brush, sponge, or your fingers, but if you are going to use your fingers, make sure they are clean, as you do not want to be rubbing bacteria onto your skin. Next, I'm bringing out the concealer. I'm using my concealer to cover up any dark circles, skin discoloration, or imperfections that are still left on my face that the foundation didn't manage to cover. Now this step is optional, but I'm just going to use a concealer stick and go over that with my eyebrows, because Strength's eyebrows are white. But since her bangs do cover her eyebrows, I just can't be bothered to completely cover them and then redraw them on in almost like a silvery gray. So I'm just going to lighten them a bit and use a concealer. Setting your makeup with some sort of powder is very important. I'm using a powder here that is my color, just to keep my makeup in place and also soak up any oils. It doesn't matter if you use a colored powder or a setting powder, just a powder in general is very important, especially if you want your makeup to last all day. Although I did use that concealer stick earlier to cover up my eyebrows and make them lighter, I am going to take a light brown and just fill them in slightly to give them a bit of more shape, because they look a little limp and dull at the moment. Next, I'm going to be applying some eyeshadow primer to my eyelid, and just below, to keep the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using Pigmented and Last throughout. I'm starting off with a light gold eyeshadow and applying that onto my lid. You can change this up a bit, but I've decided to go for a more darker and heavier look. Now I'm going to be using a slightly darker brown, and I'm going to be working that into my crease. I'm just going to blend out any harsh lines. Using an angled brush, I'm going to be taking a dark matte brown and working that into my crease once again. going to be using a fluffy brush to blend out any harsh lines. Here I'm using a matte black and applying that onto my outer V to create a darker and heavier look. Once again with a fluffy brush, I'm just going to blend everything out. With a champagne cream colored eyeshadow, I'm just going to apply that to the areas where there is no dark eyeshadow to keep things light. With a white eyeliner, I'm just going to apply that to the same spot I applied the cream eyeshadow and just below my inner eye. Now I'll just be using my finger to blend the white eyeliner out. Using that same white eyeliner, I'm just going to apply that onto my brow bone for a highlight. My camera stopped recording for some reason, but all I did was blend in that white eyeliner and darken the colors slightly. I'm using a black liquid eyeliner. I'm just going to start off by creating a thin line on my eyes. Eyeliner out slightly and then fill it in if need be. Once you finish your eyeliner on both of your upper eyes, you then want to extend the eyeliner below your lower lash line slightly, creating a very thin line. You can either leave it as it is or smudge it out slightly once you're finished to create more of a smokier, darker look. Using a dense brush, just carefully smoke out the lower eyeliner. Carefully line your lower waterline. Using just some black mascara, I'm just going to apply this to my top and lower lashes. Optional. Here I'm using more dolly looking eyelashes because I feel like the character is still quite cute, and so just to really add to the character, I decided to apply some thick black dolly looking eyelashes. Just add color to my cheeks and contour my cheeks slightly to give them more shape. This step is optional, but I'm just going to be using a light brown color to contour parts of my face that I wanted to make look more defined. Once again, my camera stopped recording for some reason, but all I did was apply some lip balm and some blush. So yeah, that's the look for Strength from Black Rock Shooter. I really hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up, favorite, and subscribe. subscribe if you like and would like to see more. So yeah, I'll see you next time.